Hello, welcome back to the channel. Yes, I let my hair do what I wanted to do. I combed it when it was wet after I took a shower, and then just instead of combing it a second time, I just let it do its, like I said, let it do its own thing. This is one reason why my older son likes to keep his hair short, because his hair is this texture and naturally curly like his dad's, which means his whole hair would look like this. In other words, he'd look like Weird Al Yankovic, and I don't think he would find that a good look. All right. Anyway, and again, no tea in pajamas. Eventually, I will do some tea again. We have the other coffee from Coffin Creek Coffee. This one is Snickerdoodle. And as I read you on the letter, the invoice, it has peanut, chocolate, and caramel. Now, it doesn't say anywhere if it's natural peanut or artificial peanut. So, to err on the side of caution, if you are allergic to peanuts, I would not order this one just in case. And again, to correct what I said in the haul video, or unboxing, I should say, the store, Bleak Boutique, does not make the coffee. I did some research on the coffee, and it is a coffee shop and roaster out of Canada. They originally had went under a different label / UK, not UK, Canada, and then changed their name to Coffin Creek. So if you're ever in Canada, look them up. Okay. And again, it doesn't say if it's natural or artificial flavor because it doesn't say, and there's no information on the back, which is kind of sad. You would hope that they would have more information, but they don't. So when it says Snickerdoodle, I was thinking like Snickerdoodle. And Snickerdoodle's typically I could take these off because I don't need to read the coffee, a cookie with cinnamon sugar on it. But this has no cinnamon or sugar whatsoever. So it's a play on words, but the name doesn't fit the flavor. Got one of my Halloween mugs that I bought when I moved out here. They were 4 for $5 at a thrift store. I believe it was when my now late sister-in-law and I went on a sale day. Wednesdays are a sale day at that particular thrift store. And I wish I could get back there, but there's no way without a car I can do that. At $2.50 a mile for a cab, that's a bit much. Even considering I'm shifting my finances around a bit to make things still work for me. And update on that, yes, I'm still waiting on my letter from Social Security, and once that comes in the mail, I can get that situation squared away. And then after that, it will be not having to worry about unemployment at all, basically, and I will be, for all intents and purposes, I know that may or may not be good grammar. For all intents, and yeah, whatever, who cares? For all intents and purposes, yes, I will be semi-retired, and if I want a part-time job, it will be no big deal, and then I won't have to worry about unemployment and filing claims. But I am going to file the claims until I get another regular source of income. And I am playing around a little bit and trying to order things here and there, but trying, as always, to not do a lot. And because this is, the store is in Oshkosh, it does take not too long, actually. What was it, a week? 2 weeks, maybe? I forget. From Canada, not bad. Assuming she actually had to order it from Canada, it's made in Canada. I would imagine that would be the case since it's sent to her for her shop. So basically, check out Bleak Boutique if you're ever in Oshkosh, and if I ever get a chance to go there, I'm going to go there. Maybe I can talk my sister into it. Say, I know you don't really like spooky stuff, but can we go to Bleak Boutique in Oshkosh one of these days and take a look? Back to the coffee. I got all the other stuff out of the way ahead of time, so let's dive into this. I'm not catching any strong notes of the chocolate caramel or the peanut. Again, I'm getting a little bit of the same type of chocolate flavoring, whatever type it is they used for the Bavarian chocolate, along with it's a medium roast coffee. It's a three, but the chocolate it tastes like dark chocolate and also slightly like a dark roast coffee, which it's not. It's a medium roast. So the chocolate flavor gives it the dark chocolate flavor you would get like in a dark roast coffee. A little bit of coffee ground there. Trying to see if I can notice any of the other flavors. On the back end, I'm getting a slight roasted, unsalted peanut taste. But again, it all melts the coffee, the chocolate flavor, and what little peanut flavor I'm getting. It all blends together. It doesn't nothing really stands out except for like a little bit, like a little bit of the chocolate flavor up front, but it pairs well with the flavor of the coffee, and it's got the same chocolate profile as the Death by Chocolate, and the peanut kind of sneaks up on the back end. Yeah, as you let it sit in your mouth, the peanut flavor comes forward a little bit more. And the caramel is kind of hiding. So like I said, the chocolate comes up first, mixed with the flavor of the coffee, and then the peanut comes up on the back end, also mixed in with the flavor of the coffee. Like I said, the flavor profiles, like as I said, as just said, they're too close together. They You can distinguish them slightly. It's not as forward as I would like it. I would like to, if it's going to be a caramel peanut chocolate coffee, I want those flavors. I want to be able to drink it and taste those flavors straight up. Or even if they come up one at a time, be more pronounced. They're too similar in profile. It's all a nutty, chocolatey flavor. They kind of it blends together. Like a chocolate turtle will do that, but you can still pick apart some of the flavor and eat a little bit more than you can with this. I'm still not getting the caramel. You know what? I'm going to pause for just a second and put a little bit of sweetener in here and see if the sweetener will bring up the flavor of the caramel. Okay, I'm back. I added some agave syrup. That way I can double up, well, multi-purpose one thing, and that way I can use it as like a sweetener like honey and also like a pancake syrup because it's not as thick as honey. It's more like a pancake syrup. So yes, I'm using it double duty. I wouldn't put it on a sandwich though. Let's see this. Like I said, let's see if this brings out the flavor of the caramel just a little bit. Maybe it needs a little sweetness to bring that out. Hmm. Maybe a little. It's I'm getting a bit more caramel flavor. Um, Maybe table sugar or brown sugar. Maybe not. Well, maybe not brown sugar. Maybe table sugar, white sugar, or like a Moreno Zoco sugar in the raw. Maybe Moreno Zolka. I'm sorry, with an A. Maybe a more conventional sweetener would bring out the caramel flavor more. The agave syrup might not be quite strong enough. It's giving me a bit of a caramel, a little bit of a caramel flavor, a little bit more caramel than just straight. So yeah, and you need a little bit of sweetener in there to bring up the taste of the caramel. Other than that, it's very good. I've never tried this brand before. Would I buy them again? Yes. Between the two I've bought so far, and I've only bought two, which one would I go for first? I would say, since I've only tried two, it's a kind of a slightly unfair contest. And I do plan on ordering more from them because I want to save money on shipping for coffee. This is a lot less expensive shipping wise, although the price per bag is similar. Um, I would go with Death by Chocolate first and then put this one in second because the flavor profiles are they're too similar. You taste, the chocolate, you expect the chocolate in the Death by Chocolate, but this one has the same chocolate and you taste that and the coffee flavor first. And as I said, the peanut sneaks up, it's there, but it comes up on the end, and then the caramel only comes out really for me if you add some sweetener to it. So basically, the flavor profiles, well, they're both good. This one is still very close to Death by Chocolate. To distinguish the self, it's itself, not, yeah, that's what I meant. To distinguish itself more, in my opinion, from the Death by Chocolate, it needs to amp up the caramel and the peanut a little bit more because if it wants to taste like a chocolate caramel peanut candy, we need to have a little more peanut and a little bit more caramel in there. Other than that, it's good. For an independent roaster, it is very good, and they've been around a while, from what I was reading, and they keep up the good work. Like I said, I've never tried this before, but I will buy it again. I will try other flavors as well, and I'm looking forward to seeing, I should say, what else they have besides these two. So I'm going to let you go. Let's see. Things I won't show you as a haul, but I will mention. I got the dandruff items from Chewy for Stitch. The wipes will, they look like they're working. I just tried them today as soon as I got them. But I'll have to use them every day. And I will have to order them again, obviously. Excuse me, the spray shampoo, because cats are used to being sprayed slightly as a deterrent for basically mischievous behavior. She ran away from the shampoo spray. So I don't know if that's going to work on her. So that I definitely won't buy again. I will find a way to use it. If I have to spray it on her when she's asleep, I will. If I'm awake and she's asleep, I will try to spray it on her then. Maybe just close enough to where it works, but far enough away to where she won't notice immediately. So, yes, the spray is going to be a little more difficult to use. The wipes she likes. And so that's that. I do have flea preventive treats coming, also from Chewy. Different, none of it's Chewy brand, obviously. Chewy's like Amazon. They have a variety of things that they sell under different brands. And the wipes and the dry shampoo, well, the spray shampoo, I should say, it's not dry per se. It's not foamy. It's waterless shampoo, is what they're calling it. Those are from Burt's Bees. So again, I'm not sponsored by anybody, but if your cat has dandruff, give the wipes a try. If they don't mind sprays, try the spray. If they're afraid of sprays, try the wipes. I'm going to use them on her till they're all gone, and if it works, I will order more. And if that doesn't work, I'll try something else. And I do probably need to go back to getting bottled water again, which it's not expensive. It's just I can still typically go shopping once a month because it's still cabs. Um, it's harder to get multiple gallons of water plus groceries. But we will get her dandruff situation under control. And the flea treats should work because, as I've said before, she doesn't like the front line on her neck. Um, and she hates collars of any kind. Like I said, try those when she was a kitten. She's like, nope. So hopefully the treats will work because those will be internal. I'm not sure how that works. I'm willing to try anything once. So that's where we're at. And I have mead coming tomorrow. I'm going to have to keep an eagle eye out for the truck because you can have, like, as I've said before, you can only have one set of delivery instructions for the whole address. And this apartment above the garage and the house have the exact same address, which means FedEx only has one set of delivery instructions. I had to tweak them slightly to get my order. I don't think the family will mind because it's set to the stairs by the garage. And when I got a package from Chewy today, I was out checking the mail. Little mild story time here. Went out to check the mail and nothing. And walking back, I was thinking about doing a lap around the drive because outside my apartment here, outside the house, the driveway goes, if you go straight and go left, it loops around to where the neighbors is and then double comes around back to here around the middle, almost like a track. I was walking toward, after doing the mail, I saw a car coming and I moved out of the way and I was going to walk around to do a couple of laps, but there was snow there and I said, oh, bleep. And, that's when I moved out of the way of this car. And the car pulls in, stops, and this lady gets out and she's looking like this. She's looking at this box and looking around, and I saw that it said Chewy on it, and I asked her if that was a Chewy package for, and then mentioned my name, and she said yes, it was. And I thanked her, took the package, and walked up the stairs. I'm hoping she saw me walk up the stairs, and maybe if she delivers again in the future, she'll be like, okay, that lady lives there, because I have another package coming from FedEx. And it was interesting because it wasn't a FedEx truck, it was a car. So hopefully if it's ends up being a DoorDash kind of thing, hopefully she will remember. Hopefully she saw me walk toward those stairs. And like with the mail carrier, I think I told you guys about that before. They were he was putting packages on the steps for in the main part of the house, and I was out there, and he had some packages, and I asked him basically if he had some for me, and I told him my name, and he said yes, and I told him where I live, and he has started putting my boxes from the post office on my stairs or up on my porch, depending. So again, I'm hoping that if they're doing FedEx by car, which is interesting, doesn't bother me. If it's like temporary individuals driving cars, it might be easier to get my deliveries. FedEx doesn't really, you know, doesn't really care a whole lot. So we will see. Fingers crossed, and all goes well, because I'm going to be here. I will have 2 bottles of mead coming from a new company. I think it's called B Brew, and it's either Brew and B or B and Brew. I don't remember in which order, but they sell coffee and mead. So if I have no trouble getting the mead from that company, maybe in the future we will try some more meads as well and try venturing into doing what some other YouTubers do that have alcohol reviews on their channel, which is getting packages. And since I am going to be semi-retired, I will be able to set up drop ships like that or deliveries and have FedEx or UPS or whoever bring them. Oh, I ruined my curl. I found some rough end in it or something. Anyway, I've rambled enough. So yes, the Burt's Bees wipes did work. The spray she was afraid of. The coffee is good. I prefer the chocolate to the caramel chocolate peanut because you can't really taste enough of the peanut rather and the caramel because it's still too close in flavor to the chocolate. So if you like chocolate, I would get the Death by Chocolate. If you like, or this one because like I said, they taste similar. Maybe your taste buds are better than mine. I am older. I've had a lot of spicy foods in my life. I've had a lot of hot foods in my life as in temperature. Maybe my taste buds are shot. So don't necessarily, as I've said before, don't necessarily take my word for it. Give it a try yourself. And if you do buy it and try it, please let me know in the comments of any of the videos you're watching what you thought of it if you buy it. And could you taste the caramel and the peanut more than I could? Like I said, the peanut flavor did, like I said, came up more toward the end. In fact, now, as I'm just sitting here, I can taste the peanut. You know, like when you get the roasted peanuts and they're a little on the burnt side, but they're still delicious. That's what I'm getting. And that's part of, like I said, the reason why it blends in too well with the flavor of the coffee and the flavor of the chocolate because, like I said, it's all, you get all these roasty flavors. They're like I said, too close together. You need something to something to stand out. But again, it's still good. So yes, don't take my word for it. Give it a try. Try them both. Again, you can go through Bleak Boutique. They are on Facebook. Or if you would rather order from the site directly, go to Coffin Creek Coffee, and you can go straight to their website. So you can, but if you want to help out two businesses, essentially, I would go through Bleak Boutique because if you go through Bleak Boutique, you're helping the owners of that shop, who in turn order the coffee from these guys. So when you order through Bleak Boutique, you're paying them, but they're paying the roaster's getting paid as well because whoever it is, has to order from the roaster to get the coffee. So they're both getting paid. That's one situation where it's good to leave the middleman in because the middleman is a small business and they need money too. So either way is fine, but if you want to help out two businesses at once, go through the boutique and then order the coffee through him. I believe it is a woman, I'm not sure. I need to do more research, but whatever, I'm talking too much. Yes, order from Bleak Boutique, check them out on Facebook so you can help out two businesses, and if not, if you want to go directly to the source, you can go to the source as well. I've said that a million times. I'm talking too much. I'm saying the same thing over and over. It's good coffee. I like it. I prefer the chocolate, but this one's good as well. And I will do a unboxing of the mead when it comes. Ahead of this video, we will have the other coffee. If I haven't already put it up, I don't think I have. I should have the unboxing for the coffees up. And then I've been since I'm like slowly making tiny orders like I used to, just sticking my toes in the water and just like not overspending and doing little things. So we'll have the unboxing for the coffees, the Death by Chocolate, and then this one. And then when I get the mead, I will do a unboxing of the mead. And of course we will have reviews of those as well. And then we'll be caught up. Oh, I also got a yard sign for my abode for down by the stairs. So that way when people come in to make deliveries or whatever, they will see that someone lives here. And I can't wait to show you that as well. That one's from Etsy. I haven't ordered from them in a while, but I think you'll like it. It fits the color scheme, and it fits my aesthetic and the aesthetic of the channel. I'm talking way too much, so stay tuned for all of those. And have a wonderful day. If you like these videos, rambling, waffling, talking around in circles, like a dog chasing its tail, or a cat, please please give these a thumbs up. If you want to subscribe, hit the bell once for notifications as to what this crazy old bat's going to do next. Hit the bell second time. Feel free to comment down below, but please keep it as civil as possible. Chat amongst yourselves if you wish. But again, like I said, keep it civil. I do read the comments, and if anybody is mean, I reserve the right to not let them comment anymore. So please, again, keep it civil. And as always, don't drag and drive. Take turns driving the hearse. Spring is hopefully here soon, but still be careful. The roads are mushy. And always, always, always take care of the other monsters. Take care of each other. Because there are some that need a lot more love and care right now than the others. But it's going to be everyone that needs love and care. And well, basically we all need love and care, but some types of monsters need more love and care than others. So please, let's protect them, as always, to make sure that they can achieve their final form. Because in the end, that's what everyone wants to do, to be their true self. And if they don't have a family or don't have friends, please be their family, be their friends. And I'm sure they would do the same for you. And we also need to take care of all the blue bunnies and their families as well, as much as possible, whether directly or indirectly, because once again, as I've said before, if one group is unsafe, then we're all unsafe. We need to take care of each other. We need to all know that we are loved, protected, and respected. I usually said that in a different order, but you understand what I'm saying. Again, take care of each other. And vampires, please don't forget your large parasol and your 100 SPF so you don't turn into ash. And I will see all of you in the next video when we shall hopefully be unboxing some mead. I love all of you. Bye now.